came around to say hello. One, I'm so fly. You took a nosedive. Careful when you play on my level. For you it's so. Hey, hello.
Motorola Razr 50 Ultra. Flip the script.
Hello, Moto.
So if IndiGo has messed up its internal systems, why are you accommodating them? Every time there is a press release and it says that IndiGo has profusely apologized. They don't even know what their internal issues are. They have said so in a press release. They have not appeared before you. Every time the ministry has accommodated them. Every time the ministry has relaxed the norms for them. You have given them time till February. You have cancelled and taken back your FDTL norms till such time that IndiGo is comfortable. I want to ask you, are we running airlines here for the comfort of the people of India or for the comfort of the profiteering of an airline called IndiGo Airlines?
Amika ji, let me make it very, very clear once again that the ministry, the government is there for the people and not any company and not any airline or not any other people who are behind this. Let me just rephrase it this way. I'm the Minister of Civil Aviation of the country. There is an incident that has happened. It is the responsibility of me to ensure the normalcy is also there. There are still hundreds and thousands and lakhs of people who still want to travel, reach their destinations. I'll take the point which I've already mentioned. Air travel is an emergency travel most of the times. They want to reach within the stipulated point of time. And they want to reach the destination for many important things. So is it not my responsibility to normalize the stabilize the activity that has been happening? So which is why for a temporary period we have done so, finding the issue, the root cause that this might be the issue, to restabilize, reboot the operations. It was done as a temporary measure, reducing the operations. We are having curtailed operations right now. We are not running that full capacity what they have had.
They are not in a position to run it.
They are not in a position to run it, and we are not running it at the full capacity to restabilize, because here we all have to keep in mind that the safety is of the first priority.
My friend, you have rolled back FDTL.
This is to reboot the roster.
Has been compromised.
This is to reboot the roster. This is not to compromise on the safety. Safety risk assessment has been done, considering the roster that they have, considering the operations with which they are doing. Your fact comes to the point if I'm doing it at that grand scale of operations which they have envisioned. But we are doing curtailed operations here. The roster needed to be rebooted, and which is why to immediately get back onto the track for aviation, for all the necessary people who still wanted to travel in this time, it was a necessary thing. And we have put very strict guidelines on that it is for a temporary period. And it is also going to be verified how they are going to get back on track. On a weekly basis, we are going to review this issue.
Mr. Mohan Naidu, my question to you is, we are 2 years behind schedule on implementing safety for passengers. So that you are doing a lot for safety of passengers is a concern that you should put aside. This really does not wash down with the people of India. Seems to be that lives are extremely cheap in this country, which is why airlines are accommodated, people are not. There are refunds, there are provisions, and it is absolutely evident with the sequence of events that IndiGo had no plan. They had no plan to implement the roster duty changes, the FDTL requirements. They had no plans, and evidence suggests that to a lay person. Yet what IndiGo gets in return is accommodation, relaxation of deadlines for implementation, and a profusely apologetic statement that they put out. Not one head has rolled, not one action has been taken. And may I tell you, the human side of this. There was a lady traveling from Shillong to Kolkata, accompanying the casket of her dead husband. If you saw that, Mr. Naidu, you would sit here and cry just as that woman, hapless woman, who was waiting, and the airlines had no answers to give them. In the middle of this, if you give me an assurance that you are worried about the safety, I'm sorry, nobody in this country will believe you.
First of all, I totally sympathize with all the people of the country who have faced this distress. There is no second thought about it. Not only as a minister, as a person of this country, when people go through this hardship, it is the empathy that comes out. And I totally have it for the people. And it is with that empathy also that I'm working here, keeping a passenger-centric approach. And this has been my approach all throughout. I considered people to be the most topmost priority. And there are ways of doing things when it comes to safety, when it comes to regulations. Because there are, like you said, courts are involved. There are different organizations involved, stakeholders involved. When you have the complete consultation process of the stakeholders, what needs to be done in a month, what needs to be done in 2 months, considering the factual situation, considering the opinions and feedback from all, it might take some time, but you are arriving there, you are trying to do it. And on the other point, and the other point of the safety aspect, we have never compromised on anything. Once we have implemented, we have not gone back on anything. And here also, I'm trying to specifically mention this point. The very passengers who are hurt, who are agitating, who are facing this crisis, it was important for them to reach their destinations. It was important for us to restructure the operations so that they do immediately. And in the entire process, let me make one point very, very clear, that we are not leaving IndiGo at all.
What's the action you're going to take?
Very accountable.
I haven't seen, people haven't seen any action so far. What are you going to do?
We from the ministry have advised the regulator to cut down 10% of the operations.
That's not punishment enough.
10% of the operations in the prime routes. There are multiple things. This will act as a deterrent for them, also to encourage the competition and also to ensure the stability on operations. Second thing, we have also issued a show cause notice. We are thoroughly going into detail of the reply that has been given. Show cause notice to CEO of IndiGo, CEO of IndiGo. This has never been done. It has been done for the first time considering the incident. Third, we have also had a detailed inquiry which has been started. We have given them a stipulated time to work it out because we wanted to know exactly where all they have done the mistake, and not only how we have approached to this situation. Why was it that those 2 days, 3rd, 4th, where it peaked, why was it that 3rd and 4th, they were not even able to manage this situation? Why were the passengers even at cancellation?
As we speak, 76 flights, arrivals and departures have been cancelled in Delhi alone today. And we are sitting on the 9th of December. You're saying it was a 2-day period where there were discomfort? No,
Navika
sir.
Ji,
it's been going on for 8 days.
Let me clarify certain things. 3rd, 4th is the time when the people didn't have any communication about the cancellations. We have cancellations today because IndiGo is not able to run in its full operations. But whatever is being cancelled, in due this thing with proper time, they have been communicated. Your flight is being cancelled. You can refund, you can get a refund or rebook. So all this activity is going on. But why specifically I am mentioning 3rd and 4th? An airline which has been properly functioning for 20 odd years, and suddenly it comes to the point that it's not able to communicate to its passengers. It's not able to tell them. It's not able to tell them that
the charge against the airline is that this was deliberate. They had not prepared for the FDTL. And they always knew they could arm twist the regulator and the government, and they have managed to do precisely that.
And I want to get to the bottom of this. Let me tell through you to IndiGo or whoever it is. It is not just one airline. Any airline who thinks ministry is just sitting like this and just doing this, it is a strict warning to them. This is going to be an example for all of them and the future to come also, that nobody can take us non-seriously. We are going to take very, very strict action on this, and I'm very, very damn serious about this. This is how the government is going to function.
What's the timeline?
Very soon. Let us get to the report.
I want to understand. The CEO? Will you sack the CEO?
If it comes to that, definitely I will do it. I will charge them with all the penalties that is there.
Criminal action?
Definitely I will look into all of those aspects. It is not only about these things that have happened. I still sympathize. Like I'm telling you, I'm hurt, deeply hurt with all of this. For the last 7 days, I have not slept properly. I have just been sitting in the office doing continuous review meetings. My focus was on the passengers. I wanted them to travel to their destinations without any delay. I wanted all the distress they have faced to be done immediately. So whatever I do, one, I want it to be an example that anyone messes with aviation in the future. Anyone who thinks that ministry is just doing things just the way it is going to do, I am going to set an example for that. Second thing, the people who are in distress, I want to do something for them. So we at the ministry are thoroughly looking up at the incident. We are going to see how can we do something so that the people who went through this distress also kind of get some kind of relief or benefit?